Shalom, Kol Halo Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, as well as the elders that came before them that taught us this truth. And shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push on the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. All right, so this video is going to be about how you can't say nothing about Amalek. And I'm going to try to use the correct words, if you will, and steer around other words, okay? So we're going to start right here at Exodus 17 and 16, all right? For he said, because the Lord hath sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. In the NIV, he said, because hands were lifted up against the throne of the Lord will be at war against the Amalekites from generation to generation. Okay? Who said it? Moses. And Moses built an altar and named it, the Lord is my banner. Indeed, he said, who's he? Moses. A hand was lifted up toward the throne of the Lord. The Lord will have war against Amalek from generation. Now we're just reading the Bible, okay? Now here's a question. Who is Amalek? Amalek is one of the sons of Esau. Okay? See that Amalek? There you are. Amalek. You're hiding. All right, so let's go now quickly to Psalm, Salm 83. And that H word is going to come up. I H you. Let's see. H-I-J-K. All right. Psalm 83 and 1. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Hold not thy peace and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies, the enemies of the Most High, make a tumult, and they that H thee, see that? Have lifted up the head. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may no more be in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Now we're going to name they, okay? Who does it start with? The tabernacles of Edom, right? Including this guy. See? See that? Who's that? Who's Ishmael? The Arabs today. Who's Moab? The Chinese today. Okay? Who's Ammon? The Japanese today. Who's this? He's an Edomite. Okay, remember that. Who are the Philistines? Okay? Philistines are what you would call today Africans, or they're Hamite. These are the sons of Ham. These are the sons of Ham. Ham. Okay? So, over in the land of Israel, you have these people calling themselves Palestinians, when these people descend from Shem. Shem? Shem? What does Shem mean? He comes from Shem. He comes from Shem. He comes from Shem. He comes from Ham. Confused yet? Okay, so the point is the H word, right? This says who H's who. These people H the Most High and his people. Okay? Just showing you what it says in the Bible. Okay? All right. Now, let's go to the diagram. Oh. Uh-oh. What? Was ist this? Was ist this? These are the descendants of Shem. Okay? So anybody that is listed here is what they would call Shemitic. Okay? Meaning you, right, descend from Noah's son Shem. Okay? All right? Now, you get all the way down here. There's Abraham. There's Isaac. There's Jacob. Chinese, Japanese, Slovakia. Chinese, Japanese, okay. Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Who's that? Who is that? Right under this, you get Amalek. Okay. These are the Arabs. Okay. But all of them, the point is, all of them are Shemitic. Okay. Now that we've shown you that all of these people are Shemitic, not just these, not just these, right? All of them are. Now we'll go here. We'll get the definition. All right, this is Collins English Dictionary. All right, what does it say? It says this word, right? And then, right, it'll say it right there if I push the button. Or less commonly, how you really say it. Got it? Not this, but this. What are we hiding here? Noun, a branch or subfamily of the, what's that? What does that mean? Afro. That word leads to African. They have nothing to do with Africans. All right? Afro would be Ham. But this is very telling that that word is right there. That's what your boy Ye was saying. Oh, we are few too. I use the F instead of the J. We are few too. Family of languages, that goes into language. That includes Arabic, Hebrew, Aramaic, which is Aram. Who's that? Okay. All right. See that? Aram. Amharic. And such languages. That goes into language. All right. So it's going into language here, but we already showed you denoting or belonging to or characteristics of any of the people speaking a language, especially that or that. But the point is, it doesn't belong to one people. Right here is where we start splitting hairs. Okay? But what this actually means, especially when you get here, all right? It means anybody that descends from Noah's son Shem. Okay? through the seed. Okay? And here, the chosen line goes Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay? All right, so with all of that being said, I just figured I'd have to go through that. Now, where did we start? The enemies of the Most High. Okay? These are the enemies of the Most High. These people and these people and these people and all of them. These are them. They're naming them. These are the people that have taken crafty counsel against you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, and speckled birds. And it's just what it is. Are we going to say that? We're going to say it. Are they going to take our videos down? You bet they are. Because they don't want this information coming out. Now we go here. Okay, we all saw Drink Champs, did we not? We saw the Drink Champs. We saw Ye. What is this? This is yesterday. Hot 97. Noriega addresses Ye Drink Champs backlash. Now he's on the apology tour. He's on the Nick Cannon apology tour. Now, the guy who comes out speaking is a small hat. Nothing against the small hats. Okay, for the purposes of this video, we're gonna listen. We're gonna listen to the tone. We're gonna listen to Nori apologize profusely for what Ye said. And then we're gonna read the comments. We really live in a time where a grown man has to apologize for what another grown man said. That's crazy. 97 replies. Everybody keeps saying, this proves everything we need to know. Thanks, Ye. Amazing. Let's watch this. Now listen to the tone, because this guy who comes out speaking, he's an Amalekite. Okay? That's Amalek. The ones that Ye was calling out. Let's listen.
From New York to the world, subscribe now to the Hot 97 YouTube channel. It's Ebro in the Morning with Laura Stiles and Rosenberg.
Rosenberg. Right there. It's Amalek right there. Now listen close to what Amalek says in his tone. And remember,
the YouTube channel. It's Ebro in the Morning.
Remember the definition that we got over here of this. Okay? Because all of those people, no one person can claim, right, what it means to be, where is that? Let me get it. This. Nobody can claim this as their own. Not when you are that. What's that? What's Afro-Asiatic? What the hell? Look at this. A family of languages of Southwest Asia and North Africa consisting of that ancient Egyptian. Okay, that's the definition for Afro. You see all of these Cushites, Egyptians, okay? Afro-Asiatic. See how they're making words up? These are Hamite. Cush is a Hamite. What's this guy's name? Mizraim. Hamite. Okay? So you can't just, do a word salad. All right? But this is very telling. All right? Because they're trying to say that somehow we're Africans. But how do you get Africans out of this? You can't. Okay? because we're not Africans. We're the 12 tribes. Anyway, that word. Okay. This word and this word, because they try to change it up, refers to all these people. Anybody that descended from this man. All of them are. Okay, so no one person monopolizes that word and gets to point fingers at anybody. Back to this ridiculous chastising of somebody who is of the tribes. Okay, watch it.
Laura Stiles and Rosenberg.
Ebro, Laura, and Rosenberg, good morning. Ebro is on assignment today. But today's an important day that we were excited to get on the air because over the weekend, our friends Nori and DJ EFN had Kanye West on Drink Champs for the third time. And this, of course, is an interesting one because it's coming on the heels, Laura, of Spring Hill, LeBron James and Maverick Carter's company, canceling his appearance on the shop, right?
Right.
So
it was a big
stage.
it was a big deal because when I reported it, I know that Jeezy was part of that lineup and designer Salehi, and I heard it got really tense and really heated so much that the shop decided not to air their episode because they didn't want to give Kanye West hate speech a platform, according to their press release.
So that brings us to our friend Nori, who's with us right now. Nori and EFN decided to have Kanye back on Drink Champs. And I guess I'll start here, Nori. What was the logic for you guys in giving him the platform to come on and talk with you?
Maybe the truth. Okay. This is Nori's apology tour. He started already. Oh my God. Salakia. Devil's working overtime. Here we go.
Well, the logic was the same way you guys are giving me the platform. I think you guys have love for me. You guys have respect for me. And you guys think that I should have a say. There wouldn't be no Drink Champs if it wasn't for me coming to this very show and viewing my expressions. You know what I'm saying? I remember I came up with the idea to do Drink Champs after Prodigy wrote his book. And Prodigy wrote his book, and I had to have a rebuttal because obviously I was in the book. You know what I mean? And I would come up to this show, I would come up to the other show, and I started to realize that, you know what? I should have my own show. So this started from there. Now with Ye, I have a relationship with Ye. You know, when he was going through a lot of things that he was going through, he would call me and he would actually listen to me and take my advice. So I felt I could control the situation. I felt that I could control the interview, and I've learned early on that I didn't.
Here he goes, black explaining. Okay, and he's being very measured with his language. He's watching what he says. Really, he's kissing ass and he's apologizing. All right, for another man.
As a black man, I feel like I failed. As a human, I feel like I failed. But as a journalist, I succeeded because as a journalist, you're not really supposed to have an opinion. You're supposed to let people talk.
Now, he is an Ephraimite. This guy's a Puerto Rican. Okay, a lot of Puerto Ricans don't identify with so-called being black, being so-called black. All right, we know who you are. But right now, whatever the hell you're doing is questionable.
And my biggest critique on Drink Champs is, Nora, you always cut people off. And this is the one time I didn't cut the people. Didn't cut them off. And everyone's mad. Like, I thought I should just stick to what the script is and cut everyone off. But I sincerely apologize to anybody that was hurt by Kanye's words,
There's one
by
apology.
Kanye's actions. Because I didn't really realize that sometimes you're so much into the interview, you're not even in the interview. You understand what I'm saying? And so for the first 5 minutes, Kanye had walked in and he said he had people filming. And he told to my producer, he said, if you tell my people to stop filming, that he would walk out. So that the rhetoric of George Floyd, when you hear him speak about George Floyd, that's in the first 5 to 8 minutes of the actual interview. I actually check him and I say, you shouldn't say that. I actually check him about the Jewish community. I actually check them about the black community, but you don't see that till 2 hours in the interview. So what you're seeing right now, what we're getting backlash for, is for the first 5 minutes of the interview. And you guys understand that when you're trying to have a long interview or in-depth interview,
You got to pace
that
yourself.
You got to pace yourself. So, but if the people are mad at me, the people are saying that was irresponsible of Nori, you know what? I'm gonna say yes. Y'all right. You know what I mean? Like I should have checked him right then and there. So
Well,
he
listen.
said it.
I hear you, and because I love you, I went and kept watching. I was like, everyone's saying they didn't check them at all. Let me keep going. And
Right.
I got to the parts where you guys did try to push back. I mean,
Yeah.
listen, you guys went.
This dude is checking Nori like he is the authority and has all power. Okay? And again, from what I can see, everybody that I'm looking at, okay, descends from Shem. Okay, let's not forget that.
Homie approach of like, hey, but
Yeah.
what about, which is what you should do because he's your homie.
Right.
Like it
Yeah.
makes sense that was your route. Do you feel though?
Yeah.
My only criticism would be this, Nori. There was
Yeah.
one part where you trying to really push back at the end, and I was like, oh man, Nori's
I was too drunk.
He's too
I
drunk.
was too drunk. I was too By the way, we're called drink champs, guys. We're not political champs. You know what I'm saying? We're called drink champs. We're here to get these people inebriated. We're here to have because that's when you get these stories that you guys love so much. Is when I get them drunk. So unfortunately, sometimes I get drunk with them. It's just he stood with that ideology. He stood with. And by the way, I love Kanye West. I really think that we shouldn't give up on Kanye West. I really think that
it's getting tough.
we should. Yeah. I know this. I really think because right now, to me, I just got the phone with Talib Kweli, and I said, Talib, I think you should reach out to him. I think he needs a most depth conversation. I think he needs a Dave Chappelle conversation because he's not having these. So when he's having them, he's so much in dominance of this. And like I said, let me not railroad. I'm here to say I apologize to anybody who felt like I let them down because I did feel like I did let them down to a certain extent because, like I said, I did check him later, but by the time I checked him, it was already kind of like too late. So I can't be mad at Baller Alert for posting the footage that I don't want them to post because I'm not mad at them when they post the footage that I do want them to post. So yeah, I do feel let down. I do feel like I didn't do the right job, but this is a learning experience.
Now watch the girl come out and start checking him. And then after she does that, then some Negro comes out and goes overboard with it. Okay, that's just crazy. They're coming at him from all sides. You can't do that. You can't do that.
I did not go to school for journalism, but that's not an excuse. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a special ed student. It's not an excuse. I should have checked him as soon as he said it.
I appreciate that sentiment. Laura, what do you got?
I will say that because I was so frustrated watching clips of you trying to get a point across, but there was never really a point made because you were trying to gather your thoughts and you were clearly very drunk. But
Yes.
I'll give you some pushback. I feel like sometimes when you sit down and you're going to talk to somebody, especially when you know that
That's either Issachar, Manasseh, or Ephraim. Okay.
shows like The Shop couldn't even air their episode because of the hate speech and the consequences that things can come out of. I just felt like, God, I really felt like.
I felt like I had control. I feel like I had control. So, and then at the time, it's like, I've been the guy that they said blackballed. I've been the guy that they didn't let in Hot 97. I've been the guy that wasn't allowed in MTV, BET studios, Viacom studios. So I've been there. So I was thinking of that. I said, you know what? I felt like I was blackballed before. So let me let this guy speak. And I did let him speak. And it's a 3-hour interview. It was only 2 minutes of it where I didn't have control of it. You know what I'm saying? So am I apologetic? Yes, I'm super apologetic. It's a learning lesson for me. I've never faced this before, but I want to say that I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I could sit there. I could say, yo, that's only Kanye West, and it's only what he said. But I have a responsibility when I have an audience. And
But do you think? How about this? Let me question you on this. Do you think you were too thirsty to have this moment? Were you looking
I just-
too much to get the eyeballs?
Peter, to tell you the truth, I already scored the touchdown.
Right.
It was just me spiking the ball. You know what I'm saying? I had already scored the touchdown. I'm just being honest. I feel like we're the biggest in the game. I feel like we are, and I feel like I already scored the touchdown. I didn't need the spike, and that's the problem. I wanted to spike the ball because I was very hurt by the awards. Yes, I won the award. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Cass.
Someone-
I'm sorry. I got a question, man.
Okay, now this guy coming in, he's gonna say, "What the hell were you doing posting it?" And then he's really coming after Nori. He's like, "Well, why didn't you look at it before you posted?" He's coming straight after it. And Nori completely ignores that and explains it away because what Nori did, he knew what he was posting. He knew that whatever is going on here, he knew that it was going to get this response, and almost to the point of he was told to, okay, and then he told to come out and do this apology tour. And at the very top, somebody said it. I think it was the brother Ariala from Dallas. He goes, if these guys don't lose their bag, if they continue to, do the bidding of the devil, they're still being put on. If they don't get, mopped up and dethroned, all of this was supposed to happen. Because you don't go on Fox News. You don't, go on to Drink Champ, say all of those things like they said about whoever, whatever station that didn't air the interview that they did. They came straight out and said, well, they didn't even air it. Well, they aired this. Okay? Was it him, or do many people determine whether this goes out or not? All right? And I'm asking a question. All right?
Jump in, Cass.
So at no point when you guys saw this, you didn't think, it might be a bad idea to let this out. That it might, it might bring us backwards for whatever progress has been made. Because in my case,
Coon.
Have you heard of Executive Order 14067?
This damn coon said, take us backwards. What the fuck are you talking about?
after this, I spent this weekend talking with, a bunch of my friends that feel differently, that have a different opinion, that were making roads in one way, and now we're like, yo, but your man's saying this. And I'm talking to Journal like, I'm gonna say, like, some of my white friends that lean a certain type of way, we still have conversations like, yo, this, that, or the third. But now they're like, yo, man, but your man is saying this, and your man is saying that. But look, so now we're having these conversations where we're stepping backwards.
No.
At no point did you guys think like, hey, yo, you know what? It might be a bad idea.
We're moving forwards. Okay. How is it a bad idea to say what you feel and what is true? Okay. If it hurts somebody, ruffles their feathers, hey, nobody has a problem ruffling our feathers. Saying the N-word, saying that we dirty and blase, blase, blah. That's no problem. And now, whose side are you on? Okay. All right. And we're going to read some scriptures coming up. I mean, whatever's left here might just listen to the whole thing because it's terrible. We're going to read some of these comments too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I'm taking responsibility. I can sit here and say,
I'm sorry.
we didn't know. Well, I did know. I did know to a certain extent, but what it was I didn't think he was going to spread this ideology. I didn't think he was going to go there. I thought that he was going to have a couple of drinks. He smoked blunts with us. I thought it was going to be lighthearted. And
Yeah,
it
y'all
was
knew
only in the beginning. It was only in the beginning.
But
I
you,
know.
you reviewed it.
It was only in the beginning, and he threatened my producer that if he couldn't film, he would walk out. So we was trying to, that's how our interviews go. Our interviews go. Rosenberg been on this platform. We try to lighten you up, and then we get you drunk, and then we get you to turn to our side.
I
And
know
we,
what
we
it
tried
is.
to do that. We tried
I
to do
see.
that. We did,
Mhm.
but it's yay. And I learned my lesson. Because at the end of the day, as a journalist, I did my job. I let a person talk. As a journalist, you're supposed to have no opinion, no options, none of that. But I kind
Look at the deadpan. She's shaking her head. No, no. I want to keep my job. And in any way, this video that I'm making right now is not in any way hateful. This is not hate speech. I'm just pointing out what I see. Okay? This is not about hate. This is about pointing out what people have to do. See, because this guy is in danger of losing his job or getting shut down. Okay? And everybody else knows that. Okay? So they're trying to hold on. They're trying to do what they think is right, not to ruffle no feathers. Okay? And Nori is only doing what he's told to do. He was told to put that up. It was supposed to get this kind of backlash or whatever, right? Because all of this is a setup. This guy right here is black-splaining, right? He looking a whole lot like what's this Mariah Carey's ex-husband's name? What's this nigga's name? You know what I'm talking about. So anyway, I'll let it play.
I'm black. I am George Floyd. I am Virgil. I am, you know what I'm saying? I am that. And I didn't know until I saw it. I don't watch my own interviews. I just
Nick
think I'm
Cannon.
that dope that I don't even watch myself. You know what I'm saying? So when I watched myself, I was embarrassed. I was like, wait a minute, what did you just let him say?
Well, and another lesson for you is that being a journalist is.
And another lesson for you. Listen to listen to the Amalekite. Okay?
It's being objective, but it can be fact checking too. And there were times where he needed to get checked. That part, when the George Floyd part, when he referenced the Candace Owens documentary, like that's
Yeah.
fact, like that's not a story she's telling. That
Right.
bothered me. You know what I'm saying? That he really
It bothered
quoted
me.
that.
It bothered me, Rosenberg. It bothered me. I do not follow that. I do not, when the George Floyd thing was happening, I didn't actually go out and march, but I was on every, call as if I was marching, and as I felt that. I saw that same video. I saw that video. Like, you can't tell me that knee was not on the neck. You know what I'm saying? I saw it. I saw it with my own eyes. So when I look back at the interview, I was like, damn, Nori, like, why did you wait 2 hours to address that? Even though
And then you posted it? By whose permission? Do you have carte blanche to post something? Didn't you think when you knew what was going on, like, if I post this, it might be me? Or are you being protected? Were you told to do that and, you're following orders here? What's going on?
I did feel like I addressed it, but I addressed it way too late in the interview, way too long, and I'm embarrassed. So to everybody that was, by the way, I could blame this all on Kanye West. I'm not.
He's gonna apologize again.
I want to sit back and say I'm irresponsible for letting it go. I should have
Nori-
listened to Mav Carver. Yep.
Nori, at any point, maybe off the camera that the audience didn't see, did you have any type of follow-up conversation with him about this?
Yeah. My whole thing was soon as the powers that be that we're down with found out about this, they just tried to remove the episode, and I wanted to defend freedom of speech. I wanted to defend that, so I was like, why? Like, you know what I mean? Like, boom, 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 boom. And now that I think about it, it's like sometimes freedom of speech just ain't free. You know what I mean? It's just a different world that we live in, and I regret it. Do I regret it? I want to be honest. I regret it.
So if you had to do it again, you would have passed on the interview or not put it out.
No, I would have been the better journalist that I am. I would have probably not drunk. I would have probably stayed sober the whole time,
Right.
and just stayed on the subject, because I still believe, people have a right to speak, whether it's something that you agree with or not, but you have a right to also, check them on it and check them immediately. And that's what I would regret.
And I love and like it was really interesting too because for people watching it, you guys don't know Nori personally, and when Nori's jumping in at one point, you're like, yeah, but yeah, we love Jewish people. We love Jewish people. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, no, he's sincere. Like he has a lot of Jewish friends. He's really, really serious about this, and Ye would not accept it. Like he wanted to
By the
say
way,
what he was
Steve
saying.
Rifkin is in the building. Steve Rifkin is in the show. My friend Diego is in the show. Eric Manton is in the show.
Wait, Steve came with. Steve was with Ye.
No,
He just came.
He knew what he was walking into.
Got it.
I needed black people there. I needed Jewish people there. I needed everyone there to know that the people that if you are offended, they're right here, Ye.
It was a setup. The whole thing was a setup. They were all in on it.
They're right here, yeah. And Ye has a picture. If you look at the behind the scenes, that's Ye hugging Steve Rifkin.
So it was a setup.
That's Steve Rifkin hugging him. This is one of the biggest Jewish people in the world. Rotating Clan. This is him. So I'm thinking, if anybody's supposed to check him, let my Jewish constituents tell me right then and there. So that's the reason why I was a little thrown off, man. You know what I mean? I'm not the best journalist in the world. So that's the reason why, like I said, I could be here and say, yo, that's just Ye. But I want to apologize for my part of it. My part in, letting this rhetoric fly. You know what I mean? I didn't notice it till it was out already. Because like I said, I don't edit. We don't edit. Rosenberg, you did our show.
I'm gonna name this the new Nick Cannon.
We don't edit. We want the purest of the purest.
Oh, believe me, I've wanted you to edit things from other people's interviews before. No, you don't.
But guess what? We're going to start editing. Rules have changed.
I know.
Changed.
Hey, Nori, listen. I know you're going to probably continue to get dragged for a little bit, and I'll now probably get dragged for being too easy on you. But guess what? I know where your heart is, and
shit rolls downhill.
I appreciate you coming on and taking ownership today.
Yeah, we appreciate your
I'm
honesty.
sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I now know.
All right, Nori, love you, man. Take care of yourself.
Thank you, guys, man. All right, one love.
All right, there you go. All right, let's oh gosh, let's look at some of these comments. All right, let me address this again. D. Payton, we really live in a time where a grown man has to apologize for what another grown man said. That's crazy. Look into that. I agree. Facts. He didn't have to do anything, was on the same page. He hadn't said sorry for, yeah. No, they took his Twitter and Instagram for a reason. He decided to give out the platform. What? No, he chose he didn't have to shit on another grown man's platform. Look at this. I can't believe they're coming at this man for having an artist on a platform. Okay. This proves everything we need to know. Thanks, Ye. What other? Glad to see more people awake. Here's what's going on. Okay. Now, the Most High is at work. He's waking people up. 100. Facts. Brody, real spill on the Most High. Okay. I stand with Ye. He proved Ye's point. Let's see this noise. I'm just going to say this. It's not up to Hot 97 mainstream or Nori to try to protect listeners from a podcast episode. Public figure or point of view, it's our choice as individuals, whether we want to listen to it and whatever our reason may be, including considering the possibility if he is wrong in what he says, it should be up to the viewer to decide for, yeah, but it's not. This is up to the devil to sanitize and to bait you into whatever the hell this, when you understand from the top what is going on, I'm going to explain what's going on too. Okay? What this is part of a trap being set. And I'm going to show you who all these guys are complicit. Nori is complicit. Ye is complicit. All these people are working together to do what? I'm going to show you. It's crazy how we all let the media control our view on other people. Not only does this apology interview fact check what Ye said, it's heartbreaking to say the least. Damn, Nori. That's it right there. A lot of people are getting, I watched the whole 3 hours, they are proving Ye's point with what they're doing. This apology, he said that. He said, you can't say nothing, da da da. They're proving it. We weren't hurt by Kanye's interview. We were empowered. I stand with Ye. Y'all just proved his point. This literally proves everything he was saying. Good job. Prove Kanye's point. Drink Champs will never be the same again. Keep it raw. Taking Ye interview down just proves his point. Every other comment says the same thing. Okay? Every other comment says it. All right? So, now where do we take this? What is really going on with all of this madness? Hot 97, whatever this is, Drink Champs, Hot 97, which is what this is, Fox News, all right? So let me look this up real quick and see if I can find it, all right? Let me see if I can find this. 3 days ago, this is vocab, let me see. Post Malone. Vocab, let me go here to vocab Malone. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, now you already see this guy coming after, this is 2 years ago. This is what he does. He comes after us. All right, so what's his latest video where he's explaining 20 hours, 2 days, this, okay? What is this? Explaining Kanye's what? Hebrew Israelite. He didn't say one thing about being a Hebrew Israelite. But then you got this guy does an hour and 13 minutes on what? He's attaching, okay, whatever Kanye said, anti-whatever, right? When all of us descend from Shem, okay, what is he doing? Everything out of his mouth is about us. Okay? This dude is connecting. Okay? Let's listen to a little of this.
Vice, something called Motherboard that's ran by Vice, they got a hold of some deleted clips that are even more, let's just say, interesting than the clips that did air from the interview. And we're going to play those as well. However, the part I'm playing right now is from the main interview, and I just don't know if everyone caught it. We're going to go back 30 seconds. I'm going to play that again. I want you to listen closely to the Hebrew Israelism that's going to sneak in right here. Are you ready?
It's the obvious thing.
Yeah. Why do you think that's so? And I assume the implication is, of course, all lives matter because they're lives, because God created them.
Yeah.
Why do you think that that would be considered controversial?
Because the same people that have stripped us of our identity and labeled us as a color have told us what it means to be black and the vernacular that we're supposed to have. My dad...
Okay. What do you think he's trying to say there?
Whatever comes out of your mouth. Okay? Now, my point is this. They're taking the Kanye West anti I Descend from Noah's son Shem tour, right? Somebody let Kanye West go on Fox News. Okay? This guy knows full well who we are. All right? This guy was at the camp. Okay? When he supposedly had gotten fired and all that. Hey, guess what? We see you. We see you. We see you. We see Ye. We see all of you. What are you guys doing? Okay? So this, okay, right? What he's saying is, you guys aren't who you're claiming to be. This is a conspiracy theory. Okay? What does this, and what this guy just bought Parler. What is Parler? Parler connects this guy
Specifically, and I'm not the first to point this out,
to the Red Hats, okay, and to this guy. How about this? What do these three guys have in common? They're all working on the same project. Okay, what happened to Alex Jones? Okay. Conspiracy theory. Who was working with Donald Trump on January 6th? Alex Jones. And QAnon, right? This guy works with Donald Trump. What is the UN doing right now? Okay, and where will this take us? Let me see where this takes us. Look at this. Oh, shit. How old is this? 3 days ago. Look at this. Do you see this? Look at this. Kanye West, Donald Trump, Alex Jones, January 6th, distract from impending nuclear. This is true. This is true, but there's a bigger agenda. Yes, they're using this to distract from the war, but there's a bigger agenda going on, okay? Because whatever's going on in the war over there, those people are working together too. All right? Look at that. I'm going to click on this for a second because I want to watch it.
Greetings to the body of the people. This is a man called Chris Dorsey. I got all dressed up for everyone. Going back to fundamentals. Just gonna stick with some fundamental things about basically how I've done things in the past the best way I can. It's not the best.
All right, I'm going to read this. Transit Chris Dorsey cuts through the Operation Mockingbird lies to inform the people of what the Most High said they must know during this lull in the American Civil War II. Topics tonight include arresting the top 20% of income earners and the instructions in institutions, Slovakia, that distract us from carrying out the only way to what? Restore the divine right of authority. That's crap. But see how anybody that can connect these three names, Kanye West, Donald Trump, Alex Jones, to what? To that. And then to all of this, okay, but what else do we have going on? What do these three names and this, including QAnon, what do they go directly to? They go directly to this. to this, and nothing will come up. This comes up. Okay? UN, and you have to fight through so much red tape just to get to it. UN declares, UN what? The United Nations declares war on what? Look at this. Try to get into it. What comes up? Oh. Well, we got to know who you are. We got to know why you're even watching this. The UN declares war on what? So when you put all of these things together, what's going on at the top? They're coming after.
Greetings, divided.
Who is Kanye West? I mean, who is Vocab Malone going after? He's going after Kanye West, the non-Hebrew Israelite. Okay. I should have put Vocab's name in there too. Vocab Malone, Alex Jones, Kanye West, and Donald Trump, and QAnon. And you see where this thing is going. All right. So with that, I'm gonna get one precept on the way out. Isaiah 13 and 15. This goes out to that nigger that was questioning Nori. He said, but didn't you know, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. All right? Just remember that. All right? Just remember that. Okay? Because this thing is intensifying. All right? So with that, we hope that, I know it went long, Salakia, but this is all for educational purposes. Nothing other than that, just pointing out some connections. We hope that the elect were edified, and with that, we're going to say shalom.